Oh, how are you doing today? I have not gone live on Facebook, and I'm going to be uploading this to YouTube too. So if you're seeing this on YouTube, I have not gone live in probably like a month. But here I am. I'm going to start doing live videos every week, twice a week at least. So how are you guys doing today? Number one, just checking in on you. Hope that you are doing well. The summer has officially kicked off. And a lot of times what I do behind the scenes is I watch a lot of shows, reality shows that some have life coaches on them and other ones they don't. This one in particular, it's called Couples Retreat. It's on VH1, and AJ and John are AJ is like from House Party. You know, y'all know who AJ is, baby boy, baby boy's mother, Jody's mother. And then John was, I can't think of his last name right now, Sally. He was the NBA All-Star player. And so they're on there coaching these couples. And one of the couples is Michael Blackson. And I believe his girlfriend's name is Rada. I believe that's her name. It starts with an R. And they are in an open relationship. And so what always boggles my mind is, what is an open relationship? Why don't y'all just date other people without saying you're in a relationship with each other? Does it make sense to want to be with someone in a relationship and that other person wants to be with someone else once a week, once a month, once a year? Like, what makes sense with that? To me, it just doesn't make sense. And when I talk to couples, and then when I see reality shows with people who are in relationships, and one of the parties will either cheat, and then they'll be like, well, I don't want to leave you, even you are a cheater, and I'm tired of complaining about you being a cheater, so I'll just give you a hall pass, and I'll let you step outside of the relationship once a month, once a year, whatever y'all come up with. But then it gets super confusing because one of the parties who's ever stepping out does something behind the scenes that they're not supposed to do. And it's like, you're not following the rules. It's like, why can't you just simplify it? Why can't you just be in a relationship with one person if that's what you want? And then if they want to add someone else to the equation, then you decide, you make the executive decision that this isn't your person, versus trying to make someone be something they don't want to be. Not saying it's wrong to be in an open relationship. Hey, you do you, boo. Whatever works for you. However, what is illogical is for people who know they're open and they want to be free and they want to fly like birds, yet they get with someone that isn't on the same playing field, and then either they get mad because they don't respect them wanting to be free, and or they try to force them into their ways, or they just low-key be cheating. Like when it comes to relationships, before you even get into it, that means a friendship, professional, or romantic. You need to have a conversation up front. All right, this is what I desire. This is what I want. Versus going into these relationships with all these expectations. And you expect people to be who they're not. And then you get mad at them because they're not who you expected them to be. And then you resent them. Then you're angry. Then you're mad. Then you're bitter. And when at the end of the day, if you just had a conversation and received who they were showing you they were, versus thinking that you can change them into who you need them to be, then a lot of things will be totally different. Number one, you wouldn't even be with that person. You wouldn't be doing business with them. You wouldn't be a friend with them. So think about it. The next time you go into something, or if you're in a relationship right now and you know that your wants and needs and desires aren't aligning and aren't matching what that person wants, then you got to sit down with you and say, hey, I know I like multiple women, and or I know I like to date multiple men. That doesn't make me a bad person. However, the person that I'm choosing to be with doesn't think like that. Or maybe they did once upon a time and now they've changed their mind. So what do I need to do in order for me to be happy? And the thing is, you got to choose you. And sometimes that means breaking up with someone. Sometimes that means not being friends with someone after you've been friends with them for X amount of years. Sometimes that means not being business partners with someone because of their needs, their wants, their desires, and their mind with the business versus yours. And the thing is, this does not have to be dramatic. I keep telling you guys, when you want to break off a friendship, a romantic relationship, or a business partnership, it does not have to be dramatic. No, focus on the facts, lead with love, and break it off. See how simple that is? It's not getting up on social media, sending subliminals. It's not getting on social media, airing out your dirty laundry, or getting on social media just flat out acting a fool on live. Stop taking your stuff to social media, number one. Get with the person that you're having this issue with. And if you can resolve it, sure. And if you can't, you can't. However, when it comes to these open relationships, it's just way too complicated for me. So if it becomes way too complicated for you, then maybe it's time to try to do something different or change the person you with. All right? Okay, so that's the moral of the story. If the person don't want what you want, if the math ain't mathing, then it's time to subtract yourself from the situation. All right, guys, it's Coach B. Wiley here. If you want to follow me on other social media, feel free. Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok. Coach B. Wiley. Talk to you guys later.